What do you do when you can't ship your product because it's too broken? That's exactly what happened to us this week. We were supposed to push a new version. It just didn't happen. Too many bugs, too much instability, too much that could go wrong. So we had to take a step back. Hey, welcome to the week 21 update of our journey to build Action from zero to unicorn in 1,000 days. Last week, I told you how we've improved our sprint planning, added time for testing, and we're finally finding a rhythm. Well, this week was a reminder that no system is perfect straight away. You don't just change your workflow one week and expect everything to be smooth the next. Here's what actually happened. By Tuesday, we were still fixing bugs from last week's sprint. That sprint wasn't even huge, but somehow the number of issues completely overwhelmed us. We had new features to test, but old bugs were blocking the progress. The irony, the changes we made to improve things ended up delaying us further because we didn't plan for what to do when everything breaks. So we did what founders always end up doing. We adapted on the spot. We've now combined last week's and this week's sprint into a single 2-week sprint. I don't know if this is the right solution. I'm honestly not sure, but it's the one we're running with for now. If you're building a startup or product, let this be a reminder. Implementing structure doesn't solve everything. It just gives you a new system to break and learn how to improve again. Process takes time to stick. It's like fitness. One gym session won't get you in shape, and one good sprint won't build a solid product flow. We're still getting into shape. Now, despite the chaos, we did build some really cool features this week. Here's what's coming in the next version. Auto scroll to the next fixture in player, club, and tournament profiles. So no more endless scrolling just to see upcoming matches. Filters to view previous seasons. Finally, you can see how clubs and players performed across different years. AI summary of fan voice feedback. So now clubs and players can view the structured summary or raw data. More player headshots. This one's small, but makes a big difference to how real app feels. And email verification. If you mistyped your email, you can now fix it easily without starting over. And it adds a layer of security as well. So this week's update becoming bigger than planned, but we're determined to get it right before we ship it. Outside of development, we're also pushing hard on the influencer side. We had some great meetings this week and a few more coming up. But let me be blunt, this space is tricky. Some influencers completely get what we're trying to build. They love football, understand the abuse players face, and genuinely want to help fans connect with the game in a better way. These are the people we want to work with. Others, not so much. They just want the cash up front, thousands for a single post with no guarantees. No skin in the game, no desire to see if it even works. Just post, get paid, move on. I get it. That's how most of the industry works. But for us, that's not ideal. We don't have endless cash to burn, and frankly, spending our budgets just to test who works and who doesn't isn't smart startup behavior. That's what we're leaning toward, people who are willing to grow with us, where we track referrals, reward impact, and build long-term value. Quick lesson here, if you're building a startup, neither influencers nor ads are guaranteed growth levers. They might work, they might not work. Everyone says just run ads or just use creators, but unless you're flush with cash, you can't afford to treat these like lottery tickets. You have to test smart, track every pound you spend, and accept that most things won't work, or won't work straight away. And even when you find someone great, it's still not plug and play. It takes relationship building, alignment, timing, tweaking. This week's been the frustrating one, but also full of lessons. What we're building isn't simple. We're changing how our fans interact with the game, not just shouting at screens, but being heard by the players and clubs. So yeah, the tech will break, the influencer deals will fall through, the timeline will stretch. But if you're building something worth doing, that's part of it. You need to keep learning, adapting, and reminding yourself. Just because it's hard doesn't mean it's wrong. So next week, we'll finally push this build, bugs fixed, new features live. We'll keep refining our system. We'll narrow it on the creators who want to be part of the movement, not just a paycheck. And we'll keep showing you everything, the good, the broken, the beautiful, and the messy. Because that's what we're building in the public means. If you're a founder, what's the biggest unexpected problem you faced recently? Drop in the comments. Let's trade war stories. If you're a creator who loves sport and want to help fix football culture, message me. Let's talk about it. And of course, if you haven't joined Action yet, then download the app, follow us, and stay tuned. Thank you.